Some things that I learned this past year about college ministry is that it's fun and it's really exciting. There's always something going on. There is never a day or moment at Challenge or on campus where there isn't something happening. But at the same time, even though it's exciting and there's a lot of variety in your schedule, because there is something going on all the time, it's really hard to try to set pace for yourself, to set a manageable pace, one that won't burn you out too quick, and just know that, the event that's going to be going on isn't going to live or die whether or not you're there, that you can take a break, and that other people will go ahead and pick up the slack, not just other people, but more importantly, that the one that we serve, that God, the one who we serve, is the one that's in control, and He's just allowing me to be able to be a part of the ride, to be a part of things that are going on campus and at the U of A and Christian Challenge, and as long as I'm faithful in that God will grow me and bless me, but that ultimately He's the one that's in control, and that I don't have to try to bear responsibility for the success or failure of an event, because He's the one that's in control. He's the one that's given me the privilege to be able to serve. Some things that I learned about myself throughout this past year at Christian Challenge is that, one, I really suck at follow-up. I suck a lot at follow-up. There's a lot of things that I've read and heard a lot about how real Christian growth isn't about a transfer of knowledge. It's not about an information dump or transfer. It's about life-on-life experiences, living life with one another, and using those relationships that we have to be able to really grow in the knowledge that we already have by practicing and living it out. And even though that's something that I've read, something that I know in my head, something that's been told to me lots of times, that I'm just as fallible as anyone else, that just like most people, I tend to get into the mindset that if I were to take the problems that students come to me with and I just give them some Bible passages and then give them all of this information all at once to try to solve all their problems, that all of them are going to go away. And it's not really how it works, and I don't know why I would expect anything different, because when I think about my own relationship with God, the way that I grow is by making mistakes, and I don't learn everything all overnight, but slowly and slowly I begin to grasp better the things that God has revealed to me to be obedient in, and as I mature in those kinds of things, then I start to be able to handle more and more. So it shouldn't be that much of a shock for me to be able to treat the students that I work with in the same way, to know that they might have a lot of things that are going on, a lot of issues in their life, but not all of them are going to get fixed overnight, and really it's going to be a gradual process. And that's one of the things that I learned about myself generally, and then also what I learned about the students that I work with, about people, about how I live my life in relationship with others and how that affects my relationship with God. I think that this year, more than ever in my life, that I've really been able to not just know that God is a faithful God, but to really experience Him as a faithful God, as a God that provides, a God that takes care of the needs of His people. And while before I might have known that intellectually, I never really had the chance to experience that until this past year, not just in my life, but in the experiences and testimonies of the students that I work with. So I think that's one of the big things I really learned about